Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video, we are going to be going over 5 reasons the Galaxy S23 Ultra destroys the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Both of these smartphones are top flagships from two of the biggest rivals in the industry. However, with the Galaxy S23 Ultra, you simply get more features for the money spent. You get more bang for your buck. And in this video, we will look at 5 specific features you don't often hear being talked about, but that the iPhone can only dream about. So let's dive in right away. Meanwhile, if you're looking to buy either phone, there are exclusive links below with real discounts to get them at lowest pricing. With the S23 Ultra, you will get free $150 Samsung credit and a free memory upgrade to 512GB storage. Alright, so the first thing we want to talk about has to do with multitasking. So we have one of the fastest chips in the industry on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but unfortunately you still cannot do multitasking. So I can go in here and I can launch single applications, no problem. They're fast, snappy, and smooth. But on the Samsung, I can easily task with 2 applications or even more at the same time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I pull this in, this is just my Apps Edge panel. I can grab one of these applications. I can put it to the top. Okay, that's going to give me split screen multitasking. At the bottom, I can choose another application that I want to share the screen with. So let's just do calendar. So now I'm able to do split screen multitasking. I can work in this screen right here, and I can also work in this screen simultaneously. Now on top of that, if I want to access another application on top of what's going on here, I can pull the Edge panels one more time. I can go to any application that I want, and let's just say I'm going to work with the gallery application. I can grab this guy and I can put it in the middle, and now what I get is I get a pop-up. So now I can actually go through my gallery, as you can see, and I can even minimize this application like this, put it to the side over here for accessing later, and continue working on these 2 applications. Windows-like capabilities, so I can switch these windows, as you can see, just like this, okay? I can even create what is known as an app pair. So if I tap on this button, I tap on the star, now what's going to happen is I can add this and this app as a multitasking view onto my home screen or my Apps Edge panel. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Tap on this. It's going to be added to the home screen. I'm going to go back home, and you can see it is right here. So now anytime I want to access calendar or calculator, I simply click this, all right? And I get that workflow going on right away. So again, iPhone has one of the most powerful processors on the market, but it cannot do things like this. And here's just one more example to boost your productivity. So basically, let's say I'm watching an educational video on the top here in split screen mode. At the bottom, I can have a notes application, and I can actually start taking notes as I am watching the video on the top. So on the one hand, you're taking notes. On the other hand, you're watching an educational video. These things are very useful, and let's not forget, again, you can pull this in and you can grab a calculator and do a quick calculation even while all that is happening in the background. That is just incredible. I can also minimize this, have it on the side, okay? Just showing you guys a bunch of examples so you get the point. And again, iPhone with its powerful processor still cannot do this. And I know they can do it. They're just delaying it so they can introduce it as a brand new feature 10 years from now. Unacceptable. Let's move on. Now let's move on and talk about customization. So iPhone has some level of customization. You can go to the settings and then go to the wallpaper, for example. And of course, you can add custom lock screens. Let me just show you a couple here, as you can see. Okay, and you can access them at will. You can of course press and hold on the screen, tap on edit here, then tap over here, and you can add a bunch of widgets. So Samsung can do all that stuff as well, but on top of that, there are some really unique customization options. Let me show you one example that has to do with the phone application. So I can go to my phone application. Let's say I pick up a contact here. Let's see if we have a test contact. This one right here. I'm going to tap on this button here, and I'm going to tap on edit. So basically what I can do is, for any contact, on top of being able to pick a photo, I can actually go down here and I can pick a video call background. For from this option. If I click on this one, it allows me to pick a background for the actual call screen when somebody calls me. And what I can do is I can pick from options, or I can actually tap on plus and pull in any photo or video from the gallery, okay? So for example, here's a video I recorded with my phone. I can have this as a call background when somebody calls me for that particular contact. And like I said, you can do this for any contact. This is what it would look like. So let me have this phone call this phone. I'm going to show you how it looks like. So it's dialing it right now, and that's what it's going to look like when that number calls me on this phone. Powerful customization, just one example. All right, the next thing has to do with a powerful tool only available on Samsung phones, and that is the S Pen that allows you to take realistic notes and also do additional crazy features. So let me show you the basics here. So I can bring up an Air Command menu. Okay, I can just click on create a note, and I can start taking a note immediately. As you can see, it is precise, super clean, and super smooth. I can pick any pen that I want, even change the size of it and opacity. So let's make it a big size, or this pen right here in black, and I can change the colors as you can see from here, no problem. Okay, so that's highly customizable. I can even draw artwork with the precision of an artist. Another cool thing, let me show you. If I were to be on the lock screen, for example, I take the S Pen, I click the button, I tap here. It actually allows me to quickly take a note, as you can see, on the lock screen. If I'm on the go, this is very useful for taking quick notes without even activating my phone. Now let me go back in here, log in, and show you something else. This is something, again, that doesn't exist on the iPhones. So if I go to my advanced features under S Pen, I have a whole bunch of options for my S Pen, but the best ones are known as the Air Actions. Basically, this pen, the S Pen, is connected to my phone via Bluetooth. You can even see here the battery is 100%, and you have a Bluetooth connection icon blinking here. So here's what you can do. If I go into Air Actions, it actually is a remote control that allows me to control my phone from a distance with the S Pen. So one example, I'm going to go to the gallery right now. Here's an album. I have some videos and some photos in here. So I can actually scroll through these guys by simply clicking the button on the S Pen. So I click the button, it goes to the next photo. If I double click, it goes back to the previous photo. So I'm using the S Pen as a remote control to control my phone from a distance, and this is just one single feature. Press, double tap, go back. Double tap, go back, as you can see. If I were to go back into the Air Command menu, you can see that you can do this with all these applications and even further customize things. For example, if I press and hold the pen button here, it can launch the camera. So let's do that right now. Press and hold. It just launched the camera, and I can actually press the button again to remotely take a photo. That is incredible. You can take a selfie photo. You can have your phone far away from you and maybe take a selfie photo of yourself and a group of friends together using the S Pen as a remote control. So all this while, the iPhone is just sitting here and Samsung is just doing all these things on top of everything the iPhone can do. So let's talk about number 3. So this is even crazier than the S Pen. There is a built-in computer in this phone that I can wirelessly project onto a high-definition TV or to my computer or any monitor. And I can do it wirelessly or wired. In this example, I'm going to show you the wireless version. So basically what you do is you go to your settings, okay, and then of course we have a whole bunch of advanced features. And then here's Samsung DeX. That's the computer that's in this phone. It says get a full desktop interface. So I'm going to tap on turn on. And look at what happens. As soon as I do that, it's going to say, it found a TV. I'm going to tap on cancel for now, but it's going to find any TV that is wirelessly compatible. And basically these days, all TVs are smart TVs, so it can connect this basically to any TV. So now when I click on this guy and tap on start, take a look at what happens. It is connecting to the TV. The TVs, there are some changes. You can see Samsung DeX just popped up right there. Now here's the funny part. I can connect a keyboard and a mouse via Bluetooth to this guy, and I can start using that as a computer or at the bottom corner, I can tap on this guy right here, and that is going to activate the trackpad. Now I can use the trackpad, and look at that. I have a little mouse or a pointer, and I can go over and I can access various areas. And this is all going to act like a computer. So it's not going to be like a phone. It is just giving me a desktop-like interface. As you can see, I can have multiple windows. I can just move these around as I please. And I'm doing that just by using this as a trackpad, but I can also connect a wireless keyboard and wireless mouse to get a full desktop experience. But it is projecting it right now. Again, you can do this wired, wirelessly to any PC, monitor, and even a computer. If you're doing light duty work, you don't even have to buy a separate computer. You can get it done here. You can use Word, Excel, all that stuff right there. There is nothing like this on the iPhone, nothing comparable. All right, the final thing I want to talk about is even deeper customization. So we're not talking about basic widgets or just lock screen modification. We're talking about some deeper customization. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go into my downloaded wallpapers here that I can get mostly for free from the Galaxy Store, which are right here under downloaded, let me show you the capabilities that you have with the S23 Ultra as far as customizing your phone and making it yours is concerned. So I can have wallpapers of this caliber right on my lock screen, as you can see. So just take a look at how beautiful that is. And they keep adding hundreds and hundreds of these wallpapers to the Samsung Galaxy Wallpaper Store, which can be accessed by tapping themes over here. And you can see I can download wallpapers, I can download icons, I can download always on displays, deeper than what you can do on the iPhone. On the iPhone, things work in a very simple, consistent manner. On Samsung, you can get some amazing things done when it comes to customization. So again, here's a bunch of other wallpapers. Let me show you another example here that's really cool. So this one, for example, another video wallpaper I can have on the lock screen. If you're into tech, you might enjoy something like this on your lock screen. Makes it even more personal for your particular experience. Okay? And that's the problem with the iPhone. It does not have that kind of ability. Here's just one more example. There's so many examples to go through. That's another one right here. Look at that clock, by the way, that I can have on the lock screen. If I go back, let's show you a couple more. So here's another wallpaper that you can have on your lock screen. Alrighty. These are video wallpapers. And we have just so many that it is crazy. Let's see if I can find something like this. Let's see what this one looks like. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So this is not something you can have on the iPhone. And that sucks. And that's my point. You simply get more features for the money when you go with a Samsung phone as opposed to when you go with an iPhone. Let's look at one more. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. All right. So more bang for the buck. And on top of that, when it comes to actual phone stuff, they all do the same thing. But Samsung just brings more features to the table for individual level excitement. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below, let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day, alright?